And we move at light speed. Last of a dying breed. My Akis move at light speed.
I can feel eyes on me everywhere I go. Not paranoid or conceited, but
Good day, brothers and sisters. Now, I get up today to find this out in the sky, and of course, I'm sitting here chilling on the lake. I come here because usually I come to this exact location because I'm agitated and I don't want to be around who I'm around because of the way they're treating me. So I come to this place. I come to this spot on the lake where I don't have a spot on the lake anymore because I was fired from my job because of pending charges from when I was arrested on a traffic stop. Don't worry, people. Charges are getting dropped. But I lost my job because of the whole thing. That is not why I'm out here on the lake. Because God places us where we need to be placed, when we need to be placed. And if we're in a place where we're not supposed to be, God will remove you from that position. Just to let you know. Because only God places people where they need to be. Especially when you full on commit to Christ's teachings. Which brings us to this video. I'm sitting out here filling out my paperwork for a public defender, and I open my Bible because I'm starting a new book. I know, I'm working on 4 books all at the same time. So imagine that every one of these books are going to be combined into one book eventually. So I've actually completed 1 and I'm working on 3. The new one that I'm working on, you've seen my other ones, you've seen the drawings. The new one I'm working on is called Bible Secret Messages. And the second I opened the Bible to page, my Bible, let me get this correct. The Bible I have, Secret Messages. Which Bible, you ask? This one. Oh, you think I'm bullshitting that I'm on trial right now? You think I'm bullshitting I'm on trial? Okay, there you go. Why would that be sitting in here? Huh? Why would that be in here if I'm not on trial at this exact moment? Okay, here's the Bible I will be using to do this. The illustrations. From this man right here. Now, you can't see it that well, but Dwar, I have broke that down to dome. And if you look at his picture, he's staring up at his name, Gustav Dwar. And if you were to take that swoosh in the R, it kind of makes an M. And I kind of got dome out of that, dome, because he's looking up at it. And on the other side, because of how I'm finding these secret messages is through the page. Okay, there's pages underneath the pages, and they leak through. They blend together. So what he's staring at right here, you can't see it because of how bright it is. Now, if I were to do edits and do all that kind of stuff, you'll see that there is a mound right here. Or a head, making up this, staring this way. So when I saw that staring off here, I was like, okay, turn the page. And when you turn the page, it's his first illustration, which you see the dragon right there. This is the land forming, the waters, the land forming. This is creation right here, okay? That's his drawing of creation. When you open Genesis, now I've only gotten to the third page. Or the sixth page, sorry. I'm only on page 6. And this is what page 6 produced. Intro and page 6. Maybe you can see what I'm talking about. Page 6. Okay. Bug or bog is right there in between thou shalt not eat every tree of the garden. Okay, it says thou shalt not eat every tree of the garden, and then right in between that space right there. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Right here in between that space, right there. Therefore shall man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, and the man and his wife, and were ashamed. Okay, right in there it says B-O-O-G. Right in there. I don't know if you can see it. I looked up that. A lot of the translations go to the Philippines, which is where my book Creation starts, is off in the Philippines. Solomon's Island and all that stuff. It's all out there. And it also represents to fishermen. A translation to bog or baga could be a fisherman. It has to deal with the water, with fish, okay? Go look it up. I already did it. That's what the book I'm writing about. As you come down, you don't see much. It gets kind of I'm not going and looking at words that are written backwards. I'm going for words that are straight up. You can read it. A child can read it. Anybody can read it. I'm not going for anything like that. Okay. So you understand that. You understand that I'm not changing anything. I'm not pulling anything out. I'm not doing anything backwards. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm literally just seeing words seeping through the page. You get down to verse 9, and the Lord God called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? Right after where art thou, and then it says, and he said, I heard thy voice in a garden. Right there in between Adam and voice in the gar, it says Abba, Abba, and then the word create. You see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. Okay, cool. When I go back and edit, I'll probably be able to see it better too, and I'll be able to pull it up. Right there, it says Abba, and then it says create. How did this start? Well, like I said, I was doing Luke. Okay, I've been reading Luke because I want to bring you how Luke is a good definition or a good example of what people will be doing when this big change happens, when pretty much, the followers of Christ become superhuman, pretty much. And while I was in Luke, I'm sitting there and I'm like, hold on. I'm looking at the illustration, and the illustration is of Jesus when he was at the temple and he was flipping all the tables and everything. Oh, you will not make a whore out of the temple. You know, you turn this place into a money making machine, and so he started flipping all the table, and he went nuts. And then he talked about how it would fall. You know, it took 48 years to build. It also correlates with the enhancement shots that they've been doing. Operation Warp Speed marked its 48th year of vaccines being approved. 48 years. That's the destruction on God's temple. That's their way of doing it. I've already proven that. We got that proven already. Operation Warp Speed, the time frames and everything. The 3 shots, the 3 boosters. Come on now. 3, they Mach 3. Why would they Mach 3 so much? Come on. You know why they Mach 3. You see it at the end of my videos why they Mach 3. But as I'm staring at the illustration, the man underneath Jesus in his robe, in the robe, came out. I could see aid, as in aid, like do you need help? Blur, as in blurry. Or you can say blend, either blend in. And underneath that was the word obscure. We were in Luke. Buyers and sellers driven out of the temple. Dwar's illustration. There's Jesus right there. There's the man. You see the writing seeping through. You see bleed. It says bleed, but there's an N over there, I believe. So blend is what I got out of that. You see aid is to the left. I'm trying to get it. Okay, aid. There it is. Aid. A-I-D. Aid. And then this to the right of aid. I'm thinking it says obscure. And look, if you turn the page, it's going to be with those letters and those letters mixed in with the illustration. So you can't turn the page and find it because these letters correspond together to make the writing. But I think you can see obscure. Blend to aid, blend, blurry vision. What have I been telling you? What have I been saying about blurry vision? Okay, watch any movie. You want to see these battles that take place in the sky? The Justice League movie is a great example of that. Great example of that. Watching angels fighting in the sky. You can use this technique on the trees, the bushes. You will see the governors, the lords. In blurry vision, you shot. So that's what I was doing. I was going through Luke, and I'm just looking at that, and I saw that, and I'm like, whoa. And then I made the decision that I'm going to write, that I'm going to go from page one, and I'm going to go through the whole thing, and I'm going to write everything down. And we saw what we just found on page 6. On page 6, we have a fisherman, a fisher of men. Abba, the creator. What will I find next, brothers and sisters? Stay tuned.
And then he said to me, he said, you've always been interested in UFOs and otherworldly things, right? And I said, yes, I have. He said, would you like to see some UFOs up close tonight? And I said, I'd love to. He said, well, come on, I can do that for you.
Bearers of knowledge, giving wisdom for you to behold. Invisible college in the solace, the way it's shown. Illuminate the path to the seeker who walks alone. Into the mind of a mystic, what a secret would be made known. Behold the wisdom keeper to traverse the sky. Communicating telepathic waves deep in your mind. Beyond space and time, where we touch through meditation. Divine design, we move past your speculation. Radiant light being traveled from other planets. In a secret we wait within a state of overstanding. UFOs above my house, it's enemy thoughts from telepathics. Linking frequencies from outer space, intergalactic avatars speak life to my body, illuminate my third eye and guide me on my journey. And I'm discerning, been handing knowledge like hermits who would severing the serpent, the service unto his purpose. Knocking mysteries, the magic of John D, giving sacred enchanted seals, evoking the Elohim, summon the Malachim, well in the unseen, rails of the dawn, fulfilling the prophecies. Knocking mysteries, the magic of John D, giving sacred enchanted seals, evoking the Elohim, summon the Malachim, well in the unseen, rails of the dawn, fulfilling the
Since the dawning
prophecies.
of man, they kept tabs, kept their eyes on this land. As part of their plan, they want us to succeed and expand. They killing disease, they cloak ships, replenish the trees. They keep the oxygen, circulate and filter the sea. Then burrow in soil through sedimentary rock to make oil. With vessels stronger than a diamond, metal thinner than foil. Keep tabs on our growth and taught ancient man how to farm. They blast asteroids that's flying close to keep us from harm. They got a reproductive cycle perfect down to 9 months and replicate efficient blood to fall down from the sky once. Heliocentric farming, nature finding just a little bit alarming. That a planet surface population, billions of us swarming. What the dickens, realizing things that truly make me sick. And proof is in the pudding that they breeding us like weary chickens. Monitoring tweet conditions, NASCAR lines for landing pilots. Giant space prism for refracting deadly ultraviolence.
Knocking mysteries, the magic of John D, giving sacred enchanted seals, evoking the Elohim, summon the Malachim, well in the unseen, rails of the dawn, fulfilling the prophecies. Knocking mysteries, the magic of John D, giving sacred enchanted seals, evoking the Elohim, summon the Malachim, well in the unseen, rails of the dawn, fulfilling the prophecies.
And he looks up into the sky and starts inaudibly talking. His mouth is moving as if he's talking to somebody, but nothing, you can't hear him. And as I'm watching him standing there talking to the stars, and so he said, and then he looks at me and he said, they said that they will be coming from Griffith Park in just a minute. There'll be 3 of them, but they'll be here in a minute for you. And I said, who's they? He said, you're they. And within a couple of minutes, 3 beautiful disc-shaped things, glowing, very faintly glowing, came over with no sound whatsoever, and a triangle formation came over and stopped right above our head and stopped. And when they did, you could see they were disc-shaped, and it appeared like it was like a pie cut in 6 or 8 slices, and each slice was a different color. And what I remember distinctly is each color was like a laser color, vibrant orange, vibrant pink, very vibrant colors, 6 or 8 colors on each one, and they were circulating, not so fast as to blend the color, but circulating, and they were beautiful, and they were about the size that the full moon appears, so they're not little light, full moon size, green. And I'm standing there looking at these gorgeous, beautiful, vibrant color things spinning in colors and no sound. And I was absolutely mesmerized. I was enthralled by seeing this gorgeous, beautiful display. And I looked at him and he's looking at me. And he says, they're pretty, aren't they? And I said, yes, they're beautiful. And then he looks up and talks to me. He said, they told me to tell you that they're going now. But they'll see you later. And they did. They started moving, and they went out north. And afterwards, we went back in, and I said, what did I just see tonight? He said, that was us. We've been here for a long time. You just didn't know it. He said, we picked you a long time ago when you were a small child. We have something for you to do.
Knocking mysteries, the magic of John D, giving sacred enchanted seals, evoking the Elohim, summon the Malachim, well in the unseen. Wings of the dawn, fulfilling the prophecies. Knocking mysteries, the magic of John D. Giving sacred enchanted seals, evoking the Elohim. Summon the Malachim, well in the unseen. Wings of the dawn, fulfilling the prophecies.